Welcome to the Wrestling Nerds Alliance podcast, featuring Robb English, Clifford L. Johnson, and Ed Roland. Thank you for joining us.
Oh man, we are back again with another episode of the Wrestling Nerds Alliance. I'm Robb English.
I'm Clifford L. Johnson.
And we are, as I said, the Wrestling Nerds Alliance. Cliff.
What up, though?
How was your week, man?
Man, my week has been absolutely insane. The show is driving me crazy.
What?
But, yeah, I'm like working sun up to sundown. I really don't even know how I had time to get on this podcast today.
Yeah. Do you want to tell everybody the show you're working on?
I actually can. It's out there in the world. I'm working on Brockmire season 2.
Okay.
It's on IFC. It's hilarious, starring Hank Azaria, and it's freaking hilarious. Like, it's absolutely hysterical. So I start that. I've been on that for a couple of months now. We start shooting. Maybe I'm not supposed to say when we're shooting, but
well, you kind of did.
This week has been a little crazy. I didn't say that yet, did I?
No, you did. I mean, that's part of the reason why I'm going to get into what I'm going to get into right now. But before I do that, I want to point out the fact that the reason why I asked how your week was is because I was kind of hoping you would tee me up so that I could say our week for the show has been probably our best. No, I won't even say probably. Absolutely our best week ever.
Best week ever.
And it all has to do with a little show called Something to Wrestle with Bruce Pritchard and Conrad Thompson.
What's happening, fellas?
Yeah. Gave us a nice little shout out plug on their show. Told everybody to check us out. And man, did you. We got so many new downloads and subscribers this week. It is absolutely incredible. So hopefully a lot of you that checked us out this past week are sticking around and continuing to subscribe. If so, thank you. Thank you.
Clap, 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 clap. Thank you. Insert name. Clap, 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 clap.
Yeah, we could try to throw out names. Thank you, Joe.
Right. I'm sure there's a Joe in there somewhere.
Thank you, Andy.
Right. Thank you, Samantha.
Thank you, Jennifer. All right, there's too many.
Thank you, Rebecca.
There you go.
All right, that's it.
Yeah. Thank you, everybody. And here's where I let you down. If you listened to last week's show and you enjoyed it and you're subscribing, this week's show is going to be a little bit different from that because, as we mentioned, the time constraints that we have been under this week, we are recording this very late on Wednesday night. We're going to try to literally slap it together, put an intro on it, and have it ready so that it comes out its normal release time Friday morning. But there's probably not going to be any editing. We more than likely will not have a chance to throw any sound effects or drops in there like we usually do. If we do, that is just an added bonus because we had a few extra minutes to do it. This week's show will not sound like our normal show. So please don't go, the moment I started listening to these guys, they just fucking stopped doing what they do. Stick with us. Next week, we will be back to normal. We promise. This week was just kind of like hey, we need to put a show out because of all the new people we got. We don't want to go a week without one. Right, Cliff?
Right. We don't want to disappoint you guys. So we're going to do everything that we can to be as awesome as we always are. And that doesn't take any effort because we're pretty fucking awesome. So
obviously.
Enjoy.
I mean, awesomeness is in my blood, son.
Yeah, it oozes. It oozes. It's in my DNA.
Yeah.
Kendrick. Got him.
Boom. So yeah, that was just kind of like an explanation so that as you're listening to the show, you're not going, hey, where's the clips from No Mercy? Where's the clips from Raw? Where's the We don't have time for that this week, guys.
We ain't got none. I might throw a couple in there.
Yeah.
We'll see.
All depends on how long we chat. And last week's show was a long show.
Oh my God, Ed, why?
Why is Ed not with us anymore?
As you guys know, if you look at the last couple of episodes leading up to Sir Ed's untimely departure, you could tell that we were staying on topic, we were moving through everything, and we were on pace to get finished around the hour and a half, hour and 15, sometimes maybe hour and 40.
Right.
But you get Robb telling his god-awful stories with no one sitting next to him to tell him that he's been talking for 20 minutes, and yeah, that's what you get. So
yes.
we're gonna go ahead and have a timer set up, and I'm just gonna be like, all right, that's it. We're done talking about that. I don't care if it's mid-sentence, whatever it is. You got to stop talking about it. We about to what's the ESPN show?
Pardon the interruption?
Pardon the interruption, yeah. Bam. This is WNA PTI.
Okay, well, first of all, you don't tell me what to fucking do.
Yes, I do.
I'm a grown-ass man. I do what I want to do.
Because now, if I need to, I'll just cut it out anyway. And then there's really nothing you can do.
Yeah, I don't like you holding the editing sword above my head.
Nice, isn't it?
No.
I feel like I have all the power.
Yeah, well, Ed used to
I
say
could literally
that shit
just
too.
put fart noises under you if I want to. And you don't listen to the whole thing anyway, so you won't even know until people are like, "Hey, did you shit on yourself on the air?" Yes, he did, folks. He shit on himself.
Yeah.
And speaking of shit,
you want to get into some shit? You want to get into what happened at No Mercy?
actually, yeah, I was very much. I think I feel like I was let down.
There was letdown. There was definitely letdown. But for the most part, I think the show was pretty good.
Yeah, actually. I would give it, if I had a Cliff Star rating system,
Oh fuck.
I'd give it 4 cliffs. And that's pretty awesome because I mean 1 cliff could be incredible. If you had 4, I can only imagine.
4 is like, I don't know. Never mind. I was gonna try to find something.
You were gonna
awesome.
say something dirty, weren't you?
I was, and I need to not do that.
Go ahead, man. Tell the people.
4 cliffs. Not that I've experienced this. See, that's where the problem lies. Is if I start talking about like how amazing cliffs are, it sounds like there's more to this friendship than meets the eye.
Yeah, so then we don't have to talk about that.
Right. So let's just stop right where we are and move on to some of these matches at No Mercy. We're going to recap the show a little bit.
It's not wretched.
No, it's not. No, we're not. I'm not Fred Robinson. You're not Craig Dixon. We're not.
Never.
We're not very close friends. We are brothers. We've been that for, since day one-ish.
Jeez. 20 fucking years, bro.
Yeah, man. But, no.
All right. No Mercy. Moving on.
No Mercy. We'll just kind of skip over some of the stuff that I don't think really had any relevance to the show. Like there wasn't anything big, especially when you count the fact that the next night on Raw, both of these matches kind of moved into something else slightly. The pre-show match was Elias over Apollo Crews, which I thought was a really tough match. Like they both kind of showed some stuff. And then when you take into account on Raw that Elias and Apollo had a decent little match, it was shorter. Apollo actually getting some cheers for once.
Yeah.
And the crowd actually chanting his name on Monday. But now it looks like they're transitioning Elias into a feud with Titus. You then had The Miz over Jason Jordan, which I don't think anyone thought Jason Jordan had a chance.
Not at all. I mean, I kind of said he would win, but I just said it in jest.
Yeah. You didn't think that Jason Jordan was going to be your next Intercontinental Champion?
No, not at all. And I'm glad he's not.
Why?
Because Jason Jordan,
Do you not like black people?
I love black people. If you've seen my Twitter feed, you would know. But I just hate. I hate. I won't say I hate him, because he's an incredible wrestler. He's an amazing. He's probably the best wrestler on the roster. Pure athleticism and ability in the ring. If not the best, one of the best.
Stop you right there and say you're fucking crazy.
What? Dude,
Jason Jordan is not the best wrestler on the roster.
I'm talking about just as a pure wrestler. I'm talking about like a wrestler, not a sports entertainer.
AJ Styles?
AJ Styles isn't a wrestler. He's a
You're
sports
talking like
entertainer.
a collegiate wrestler.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Like
Brock Lesnar?
You know, Brock, Kurt, that level.
Chad Gable? Shelton
Oh my
Benjamin?
God. Oh my God. One of the best.
I'm saying you're wrong. Accept it.
I'm
move
saying
on.
you're an asshole.
Well,
How
I've
about
been
that?
called worse. I live by that. I am an asshole.
All right, I was trying to give the guy some accolades, okay? He's not the best wrestler on the roster. All right?
Continue.
Jeez. Fucker. He's really good.
Yes,
all right?
that's
Can
better.
I say that? Okay.
He's really good.
He's really good. But no, he's definitely not the best wrestler on the roster. And he's certainly the complete opposite on the microphone.
He is ass on the mic.
He's ass on the microphone. And if you listen to the clip that we played last week,
sounds like
can
me.
I make a suggestion?
Sounds like me.
And it's not, I understand, there's a time and a place and where you were raised and who raised you kind of depicts your vernacular, So I'm not gonna talk about a grown man for speaking eloquently.
I wouldn't even say that that's the issue.
It's not. He just sounds like a cornball to me. Like Barack Obama speaks eloquently, and if he came out and cut a promo, I'd be like, that dude's got it.
Yeah.
But Jason Jordan just sounds like a fucking cornball. And it's just like, I don't want to hear you talking.
No.
I just want to see you wrestle. So just give him a mouthpiece. Give him a Paul Heyman. Give him Kurt Angle to be his mouthpiece. I don't care who it is. Just stop that man from cutting promos.
Please.
Please, please, please. Or give him some more fucking acting lessons or something.
I thought he had a decent match with Miz, though.
The match was good.
Yeah.
I'm not mad about the match at all.
And I can't say it enough. We've been saying it for weeks, months even. The work that The Miz has put in this year. Fuck IC title. That man should be Universal Champion.
Definitely. I agree wholeheartedly.
I mean, name one person, heel-wise, that when they get a mic, that you are not like, I need to listen to every word this guy's going to say.
Enzo.
We're going to get to that in a minute, and I think you and I are going to fight. I really do. I think you and I are going to fucking fight. And all the people that follow us on Twitter at WNA Podcast, we've been verbally sparring about this for a few days on Twitter. You and I are going to fight about Enzo.
Fight me, bro.
Oh, we'll get there. We'll get
all
there, bitch.
Back to the Miz.
Yeah, Miz. I mean, in the ring, he gets it done. He's not the greatest wrestler, but he knows how to carry a match, especially as a heel.
For sure.
And that's what he did here. He made Jason Jordan look like $1 million in the ring, and he still kept the heat on himself, which carried into the next night, which we will get to in a little bit. But yeah, Jason Jordan, I don't think anybody expected that dude to become IC champ, and if you did, okay.
Nah, that would have been terrible. That actually probably would have been the worst thing for his career right now.
I agree.
Because
I think if they would have gave him the belt, it would have just,
they would have immediately rejected him. And they're already kind of turning on him.
Right.
But I think they immediately would have booed him out of the building, and it would not have been a good look.
Heavy boos.
So I'd rather hear Miz getting cheered than Jordan getting boos.
Even his theme song is shitty.
And his theme song sucks too. It's just everything they're doing with him is bad right now.
It is. I can't think of one thing that they're doing with him that is working. Aside from the in-ring. When you watch him in-ring, you are entertained.
Yeah, you're like, hey, he's putting on a great match. And then it's over, and he's just like, Like,
He's
even the
Jason
promo
Jordan.
he gave after the match, it's just like...
Oh, the promo.
It's like, why did you put a mic in his hand? Why? Or put a mic in his face?
I just want to tell everybody, Miz, I don't like you. I'm going to be a champion. I think I'm going to talk to my dad, and he's going to give me another shot.
You suck, Miz.
You suck.
Like, all right. And the winner.
Jason Jordan, everybody.
For the cornball of the year.
I know what you were trying to say.
What?
I think I know what you're trying to say.
What am I trying to say?
I tried to cut you off and say that Jason Jordan sounds like me.
He does kind of sound like you. But I didn't want to disrespect you like that.
Are you trying to say that because I'm white?
No, not at all.
Okay.
Race has no bearing because obviously he's not white. He may be of the mixed breed, as I am as well. But I don't think that has any bearing on, the way he speaks. I think it's just, I think it's more geographic than it is color.
Yeah, well.
Honestly.
I don't know where it came from.
We'll get into some political shit right now.
Yeah, we don't need to.
I know how to turn my corporate white guy voice on.
Yeah.
But, we'll talk about that another day.
I think somebody once said something to you about that on Twitter, didn't they?
Yes, they did. But that guy can suck a whole bag of D's.
Your white knight came to your rescue.
That's right. You're damn right.
That's right. Talk about my friend's voice. Speaking of no segue here.
Yeah, it's terrible. Speaking of
matches.
Speaking of stuff.
Let's go on to Finn Balor versus Bray Wyatt. Finn Balor defeats Bray Wyatt.
As we all knew was going to happen.
I disagree.
You
thought
disagree
that if there
with
was a
Finn
chance for Bray
winning?
to get a little heat, get something out of this feud, this would have been the way to do it.
Yeah, especially if they're going to continue the feud.
And it looks like they are on Monday.
Yeah.
If they were continuing the feud, why wouldn't you just let Bray win?
Because we got to make Finn look good.
Yeah, well.
Because then he would have to bring the demon out again. Which, I don't know why they keep doing this whole back and forth alter ego shit. Like, just be one or the other.
Well, the demon, I agree with keeping it separate, though. The demon should be a special thing. The demon should be his, Super Saiyan moment. When it's time to bring it out, he brings it out and he wins.
Yeah, but by that booking, it just automatically makes you know, like, okay, oh, he's a demon. He's going to win tonight.
Well, until he
You know
doesn't.
what I mean? Right. And then it'll be a fucking shitty swerve.
No.
Yeah, like, I mean, they did it. They already did it in NXT. So I would assume they would do it again in the main roster. But
Is there anybody on the main roster right now that means less than Bray Wyatt?
less than Bray Wyatt?
Yeah.
Kurt Hawkins.
Oh, Kurt Hawkins.
But that's it. It's Bray then Kurt.
Well, I mean in terms of somebody who is supposed to be looked at as a major player. Like, do you ever
right now
Yeah.
on Raw or on like total?
Either?
I would say he's on the same plane as Rusev.
There you go.
He's Raw's version of Rusev. Somebody who you think should definitely be a main player, but keeps getting the short end of the stick.
Somebody who they keep at that upper mid card, just below main event level, and try to present them as they're always in some kind of feud, but yet they also always fucking lose.
Right. Like Sami Zayn.
Sami Zayn. God damn, Sami Zayn. Bray Wyatt, I mean, I'm beginning to get to the point to where when his fucking promos happen, I tune the fuck out.
Yeah, because it's the same. I'm gonna do something to you, Randy.
Let me tell you something. When I was in the backwoods and Sister Abigail told me about the little muskrats that live around behind the house. Them little muskrats, they come around, Finn, and then they would in your brain. And when they get in your brain, they eat your brain and you lose all function. Which is kind of like you, Finn. I don't know where I'm going.
I was letting it ride, brother. I was like,
but that was
but that's how
kind
it
of
sounds.
a Bray Wyatt promo now.
And
it's
then
like
you're like, what?
An Ultimate Warrior promo.
Yeah. And I would be okay with that if he just won consistently sometimes. Like, even leading up to him winning the WWE Championship, it was still like, we were all like, yes, he finally fucking won a match.
Because you thought it was going into WrestleMania that they were going to do something. Yeah. And he became Randy Orton's bitch.
And then he immediately became Randy Orton's bitch, lost the title, never got a rematch.
We got that shitty ass House of Horrors match.
Like, it was like, wait a minute, you just gave him the title. Did you only give him the title so you could give it to Randy? Like, that's terrible booking.
Which, shameless plug, I will say right now, still many of our listeners consider one of our funniest episodes ever, episode 3, Bray Wyatt and the fucking fridges. Listen to the last 20 minutes of that episode to hear us talking about the House of Horrors match, and you will understand. You know how shitty that match was. Listen to us break it down, and we can't even make it through without crying. So yeah, new listeners, please go check that in the archives. I don't know. I don't know what they're doing with Bray. I really don't even know what they're doing with Finn anymore. On Raw,
I don't either.
I'm going to go get my Universal title, and then they go right back into fucking, you got the whole world.
Yeah.
In his hand. And then nothing happened.
It's confusing. I'm very confused. I don't know. It's like, it's one of those moments where, I mean, I do feel like, we may be getting back into our negative territory.
I don't want to do that.
And us thinking we know everything about wrestling.
We don't.
But, I just call it how I see it. And when I get disappointed in things, I know everybody can't win because then nobody loses. You have to have a winner and a loser. But the whole 50-50 thing is you need to have some winners and some losers, not everybody in between. Right now, the only like real losers is the aforementioned Bray Wyatt, Kurt Hawkins, and Sami Zayn. Everybody
Right.
else is like, oh, I win a match here, I lose a match next week. I win a match this week, I lose a match next week. And it's just like, it's crazy.
Speaking of crazy, that Ambrose Rollins Cesaro Sheamus match was fucking nuts.
I know you don't want to hear this, but holy shit, holy shit, holy shit, that was awesome. I was on the edge of my seat. Like, it's very rare that I'm that into a match, but like I had fucking chicken skin watching that match. Like, it was that good. And
It was really good.
I was blown away by everything that happened. The psychology, the near falls, you know, the testicular fortitude of one Cesaro with Superman.
Oh my God.
Tell him about that, Robert. Tell him.
Look,
brother.
that injury that Cesaro suffered, when it happened, I just thought, oh, he got his teeth knocked out.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
He got his teeth knocked out, or he, cracked them like that Chris Jericho, Shawn Michaels ladder match when he took the ladder to the face and his tooth literally just split.
Just flew out. Yeah.
It didn't even like fall out. It literally like cracked in half. I thought that happened, especially when they show the close up and you can see his front teeth there, but they look like they were chipped, right?
Yeah.
And, he's bleeding and he wrestles probably for another 15 minutes. Then you find out later that night into the next day just what that injury was. And when I found out what it was, I remember reading it on my phone, sitting at my desk at work, and I audibly went, ooh!
Right. Oh, what?
Apparently, when he flew into the post, he didn't just, knock his teeth out. What he did was knock them up into his upper jaw and gums, about 4 millimeters. So
got
what
his shit
you were
pushed in.
Oh, he got his shit pushed in. What you see when he, is looking at the camera and you see those teeth, they don't look that way because they were chipped out. They look that way because they were pushed up into his jaw. Oh my God. So he had to have emergency dental surgery where they went in and extracted the teeth from, pulled them down basically out of his gums, which probably has to feel incredible. And I guess they're going to remove those teeth and give him implants now is what they're saying. But he also had stitches in his lip because he split his lip, his bottom lip. Oh God. Like even thinking about it is just like, I can't imagine.
I'm over here like, oh, it's giving me the fucking willies.
Ugh.
But to think that he did all of that
when he had to be in excruciating pain.
Oh my God. Adrenaline probably was just fucking on fire. But he put on one of the best performances. Like that match total, all 4 of those guys fucking killed it.
Even Dean Ambrose.
I was going to say that too. I was going to put that subtext in there.
Who is
even Dean Ambrose
on that level with me to where when he comes out,
fuck.
Fuck.
But you know what? Dean has been doing pretty well with Seth. I'm glad he has someone to kind of rein him in a little bit.
He has a Daffy Duck to his Bugs Bunny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that match was incredible. I give it 5 cliffs.
Oh, wow. That's high praise.
5 cliffs, man.
5 cliffs. Speaking of high praise. I'm going to say the next match that we're going to talk about was another pretty damn good match. And the person who I did not expect to be the MVP of that match certainly was. We're talking about the women's Fatal 5-Way match. Nia Jax put on a show in that match.
Did she? Now that I would love to give 5 cliffs to.
More so because you want you some Nia Jax.
Yeah, and all 5 of them. So if I could just have 5 of me and 5 of them, it would be a match made in heaven. We could have a fatal 10-way.
I'm not touching that one. I'm gonna leave that alone.
You know, I could be like a quintuplet, identical quintuplets. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway,
but the match was awesome.
did you expect Alexa to walk out with the belt?
I did not. You know, I know we were going over our picks, and a lot of times I do, like, my picks, I don't really fully believe sometimes. I just be like, this is what I kind of hope could kind of happen. You know, the whole Bailey turning heel shit, I knew that fucking never gonna happen in a million years. But I wasn't expecting Alexa to win. I did expect someone else to come out with the victory. But the storytelling that they did in the match and how she won, I thought was really, really good, and it was spot on. And I'm happy to see where they go with that, and if they continue with what she's doing now, with Mickey, I think that'd be a good program.
I actually expected either Sasha to win and he'll turn on Bailey, carry the belt through until Mania and defend against Asuka, or I actually expected a shock win from Emma with Asuka destroying her, you know, in her debut and taking the title.
That would be cool.
I did not expect Alexa to win, but she did, and I'm not unhappy about it at all. Boy, Mickey came out on Raw. For one, yes sir. Miss
Yes,
Mickey
sir.
James.
6-way.
Whew. I mean, that woman, God bless her. She's had a child, and she looked incredible on Monday.
Sometimes, man, having the baby just fills you out in the right spots.
Oh, I don't mean as in like she had a child, so when you have a child, just throw in the towel. No, I just mean as in like, you know, a lot of women, like you said, have difficulty losing some of the baby weight, if you want to call it that, in certain areas. Some women, not all women, some women. But I mean, the fact that, I mean, that, you know, I mean, she's, I think, 38. She looked fantastic.
Amazing. Magnus, you son of a bitch.
You son of a bitch. Yeah, no, I'm not against this Alexa feud because, hey, at least they remember that Mickey fucking works there.
Right. I remember we were just talking about that a couple of weeks ago. Like, what the fuck is happening with Mickey James?
Right.
They brought her to Raw, and then they just forgot about her.
And she cut a damn good promo. That little back and forth she had with Alexa, that was fun.
Mick, in the ring, I respect you. I do. But I don't want to see you break a hip.
The last thing I need is you, of all people, to sit here and run down my accolades or tell me what I can and can't do, because you see, I know who I am, honey. I'm Mickey James. I am a 6-time women's champion. I have broken bones, I have broken hearts, and I have broke down barriers for women in the WWE all before you were wearing a training bra.
Yeah, And I kind of like the whole like veteran, calling them little girl, and the whole you were in diapers when I was winning championships. I was like, I kind of like that.
I like the fact that she kind of like punked her out and was basically like daring her to do something.
Yeah.
Like what?
Bust a move.
Do something. What you gonna do? We're in front
Bust
of everybody.
a
Do
motherfucking
something.
move.
Oh, you know what's gonna happen if you do something.
I ain't scared of you, mother.
I ain't scared of you, motherfuckers.
Yeah, I liked it.
Yeah, it was nice. It was real nice.
I liked the match. I loved the match, actually. I'm not gonna rate all of the matches with Cliffs, but
yeah, please don't.
that'll be a specialty. Only certain matches can get Cliffs.
We don't need Twitter questions every week going, how many Cliffs is
How many
match
Cliffs does? Hey, but if people start asking,
no,
then maybe I'll do it.
don't do
Hey
it.
guys, you guys should totally start asking. Let's go to
Don't do it to
Cliff
the WNA
does
podcast
everything.
account. Do it to
Or
the
Cliff
at
does
Cliff
it
does
all.
it all.
At Cliff does it all.
'Cause if you do it to the WNA podcast account, Rob will not respond.
Hey, I'm on that account too, fucker.
Yeah, I know. But who's on it?
It's called the Wrestling
96% of the time.
Nerds Alliance, not Rob's Alliance.
Who's handling that account?
Me,
Shit.
bastard. Anywho,
What I need is everybody to start following me on my own so that I can actually deal with people on there.
so you can feel good about yourself.
Yeah. My whole
'Cause right
200
now they
and
don't
some
like
odd
you.
followers.
How do you feel about that? That it took me an Ed to make you relevant.
Wow. I mean, if you really want to get into it, if I'm the one always tweeting from the WNA account, who's more relevant?
Me, actually.
You shut your fucking mouth. How about that?
Speaking of shutting up somebody's mouth, you like that?
Ah, look at you. Like a pro. Roman
Looks like-
Reigns.
Yeah.
Shut the mouth of John Cena.
That's right. Mr. Chenna. You like that? That was mine.
Is the record skip?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not a sound effect, guys. That's me.
Yeah. Which, hey, wow.
I'm pretty fucking good.
Pulling out all the stops on this one.
Pretty good. But yeah. What do you feel about that? What were your thoughts about that match?
I knew Roman was going to win. There was really no other option. I did not expect what happened after the match to happen. I mean, I think everybody knew John was going away to film Transformers, and, he's got a lot of other things coming down the pipeline right now. I did not expect kind of a pseudo retirement. The moment he sat in the corner and he kind of closed his eyes and leaned his head back, just kind of listening to the crowd, I was like, oh, shit.
Right. Oh, wait a minute.
Yeah, what's going on? What are you doing, John?
Wait, John, what are you? Hey, buddy.
Are you
Hey, buddy.
okay?
Let's talk about this.
Can we talk for a minute, John?
Just want to make sure you're okay, John.
Just tell me you're okay.
Everything all right?
Is your neck bothering you, John?
Is it? Are your armbands okay?
Do you need some ice?
I hate you. But yeah, I was half expecting at the end of there. I was like, is he gonna like take his armbands and jorts off and set him in the middle of the ring?
If he would have did that, I think the crowd would have turned on him. Probably would have been you, Aren't Taker, chance in the crowd.
Oh, that would actually be pretty hilarious if he took off his jorts and had trunks on underneath. And this was like the end of this John Cena. And then he turned into like...
He comes back as American Badass Cena. That's why he's growing his hair out. Limp Bizkit, keep rolling, plays.
Keep rolling, rolling, rolling. Da, da, da. Rolling, rolling, rolling. Da, 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 da.
If there are any DJs listening to this,
Oh my
please
God! Somebody mix that right now.
do a mix of Rolling with John Cena's theme song and tweet at WNA. Oh God, I have to hear that now. Keep rolling, rolling, rolling. Da, da, da. Da, da, da.
Oh, we make ourselves laugh.
Yeah, nobody's laughing. They're all wondering what they're listening to now.
What is this, guys?
Although we just got a tweet from our friends over at the Home Video Hustle talking about our episode last week. Man, the Jinder Mahal bit in the new episode gave me the laugh I needed tonight. At WNA Podcast, hashtag good ass pods. Which I even laughed listening to the Jinder bit last week when you were dropping the song.
Yeah, when I was listening back to it, and normally like when I listen to us just listening or trying to figure out like going back through the edit, but every time I got to that part, I just started chuckling to myself. Like I couldn't hold it.
Can't help it. That song, man. Chicken char, dar, chicken char.
It's even funny now.
I have no idea what he's saying, but I love it. I'm not making fun of it, people. I love that song.
The song is pretty fucking awesome. Like that's like the only thing I like about Jinder Mahal is the song.
Dar, dar, chicken dar, chicken dar, chicken dar, dar, chicken dar. No idea what they're saying, but I sing along every time.
Oh man.
So Cena going away. He was on the Raw Talk after the pay-per-view. Got a little emotional talking about it. Basically was like, look, I'm 40 years old. You know, I can't I'm not saying I'm going away, but I'm saying that, you know, maybe I can't do this like I used to. Basically saying, I'm your next part-timer. But the torch passed. I saw on Twitter somebody kind of mocked up a Hogan passing the torch to Rock. You know, where the famous shot from WrestleMania 18 where he's holding Rock's arm in the air as he's holding his ribs and looking down.
WrestleMania X8.
Fuck you, it's WrestleMania 18. The only one I will call the X whatever is WrestleMania X7 because that was probably the best WrestleMania in my opinion.
Definitely.
And then the shot of The Rock doing the same thing to Cena, holding his arm in the air and literally holding his ribs and looking down. And then you had Cena doing that to Roman.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, in many ways, the torch was passed. However, do people give a shit?
Nah, bruh. Nah, they really
Why?
don't.
Why not?
Because, I don't know why.
I mean, we've said it before.
I don't dislike Roman Reigns.
Right. We are not Roman haters, okay? I get why people boo. I get why people say they hate Roman. You know, he is being crammed down your throat. But he is the guy.
Pause. Sorry. I missed the pause. Alexa Bliss came on my screen and I was like, I was gonna pause it, but then I saw Alexa
the jam
and
down your throat?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, sorry.
It made me unpause in my brain. And then I was like, oh, let me come back to reality.
Yeah, Alexa looked good on Raw, too.
Did she, though?
Now you distracted me. Anyways,
See?
Roman.
My bad.
Roman. I don't think he deserves the hatred. I think it's just the sheep. I think it's just the people that boo now because they think that's what they got to do. It doesn't
it's
matter
just part
if you
of
boo.
It's part of the show now.
Yeah, doesn't matter. He's still getting pushed. There's nothing you're going to do that's going to stop that. That is Vince's boy right now.
Yep.
So you better get used to WrestleMania, the main event being what it is. Segue to our next match. Brock defeats Braun Strowman.
And I like to say, no.
I really, 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 really thought that Braun was going to win. Only for the fact that there's all this talk that Brock's taking some more time off.
Yeah, which is a bunch of hippie crap.
Yeah. But they are building to Roman versus Brock part 5 or whatever it is at Mania in the hopes that all of this build, Roman going over Brock, will be the big, feel good moment of the show.
But it won't be.
But it
because
won't.
People
I agree
don't
with
hate Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean,
That's what I don't
aside from
understand.
fucking setting a puppy on fire in the ring, I don't see how anyone's going to turn on Brock Lesnar.
Right. Like, you can't hate Brock Lesnar like you can't hate Paul Heyman. Like, you just can't. Their legacy, you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't matter what they do. They will forever get cheered until they say, they'll run down the town and say something silly. But when it comes to cheers and boos, it's not going to happen.
Was it
They're
the
not
right
gonna-
move, though? Brock winning.
As of right now, I say no.
Because Braun is such a hot hand right now.
Yeah, he's the like when somebody's catching fire, you got to ride that fucking wave. And like, I understand that people have, they book their shows in advance. I'm sure they're, at least hopefully they have storylines planned throughout, up till WrestleMania. And things change as far as injuries and stuff like that. I get it. But when it comes to the hot hand, just like when Daniel Bryan got hot, it's just like, dude, don't you see what's happening? Call the audible.
Right.
Like,
I
figure
agree.
this shit out.
I agree.
Even if you let, Brock go out for a little while and come back and win it back, it would make even more sense to have him come back, win it, and then he can go on to a feud with Roman, But give that man the ball for a little bit. He's been killing it right now. He's probably the hottest thing on TV right now.
Yeah. No, I agree. I agree 100%. They should have called the audible and given the belt to Braun. If for anything, Brock stays off TV for a little while, Braun can carry the belt through, and if the crowd continues to get behind him, let him carry it through to Mania.
Right.
But I don't know. I think they missed an opportunity because now Brock has the belt, and as you saw on Monday, you kind of got like a little bit of a face turn from Braun, which I don't think you needed. You could have just kept him as Braun Strowman.
Yeah, just let him be who he is. Let
but
the fans decide.
It literally seems like Braun's new gimmick is he's 911 from ECW.
Pretty much.
Somebody's in the ring talking shit, and here comes 911 to chokeslam him, but in this case it's Braun. And I'm going to fucking power slam you, Kurt Hawkins, through the LED board.
Through the LED board.
Oh, no. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Right through the screens. It's Strowman now making a beeline back to the ring.
Oh, did you see the
Kurt's
picture
back?
of Kurt Hawkins' back?
Oh,
Yes.
my God.
Oh, my God.
Not real, bro. It's not real.
Nope, wrestling's fake. Ask Cesaro and Kurt Hawkins.
Ooh.
So, speaking of is it the right move or not, we're going to talk about what it looks like they are setting up for TLC. On Raw, you had Roman Reigns taking on The Miz. And after the match, after some heavy interference from The Miz-Taraj, Curtis Axel, and Bo Dallas, you had Roman basically taking on all three men. And they whooped that ass with steel chair. So talking about right moves, it's looking like, do the count, one guy against three. This one guy happened to be very close friends with a certain group.
With a certain
The Shah. As we've often said, the ELD went to Roman in the divorce. So perhaps there's going to be a reconciliation with the Shield. There's rumors that at TLC you are getting the Shield reunion against the Miz-Taraj. There's talk that they're doing it because they are trying to pop a big network number for TLC. But we got a question from our girl Chelsea over in the UK.
What up, though, Chels?
What up? I don't know if she likes being called Chels.
I don't care.
Oh, don't say that. She will cut you.
I'm just kidding, Chelsea. You know I love you, girl. So I had to put my smooth voice on for her.
Yeah. Hold on, I'm gonna get up on the mic.
Hey,
Chelsea.
Just know, hey, you know.
Just know that
we
everything
got mad
we're
love
saying.
for you over here on the podcast. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We're now officially the podcast.
The podcast.
Just so you know.
Hey, Chelsea. Hope you're doing well over there.
We got way off track. What's the
I hope
question?
you're listening right now. I'm going to talk about your question.
Ask that question, boy. You go ahead and ask this.
Yeah. We'll get that voice.
Yeah.
What's up? I'll talk to you right now. I'm going to stop whispering because it's creepy.
It is pretty creepy.
She asked, what do you guys think about the rumored match between the Miz-Taraj and the Shield? So, Cliff, what do you think about it?
I think it's bucking, as the Miz would say. Awesome. I'm all for it. I'm all for this Shield reunion. I like what they've been doing with Seth and Dean, and they kind of really don't have much to do with Roman if there is no WWE Championship right now. If Brock is taking time off, you know, who are they going to stick Roman in a feud with? He can't go right back against Braun. Joe is out, and I don't really see any other deserving heel. I think there's no other heel as hot as Miz right now. Pause. So I think it's the right move. Even if the move itself was just Miz versus Miz versus Roman, then I'm cool with that too. But because they have the Miz-Taraj and they want to use all three guys, I love it. I'm for it.
It does feel a little rushed, especially when you think that TLC is coming in a few weeks. That you're
But
going
you got Hell in
to
a Cell first.
Yeah, but we're talking what? 3 weeks? 4 weeks they have to build it? I mean, it took the whole Dean Ambrose, Seth Rollins thing almost like 2 months.
Yeah. Flash forward.
But in this case, you're kind of rushing into the Shield reunion now. It is something that I think everybody kind of wants. It is something that I think will help the Miz-Taraj because
that's what I'm more concerned with.
It's going to help them, but it's, I don't think anybody believes that they're going to win here. but the exposure is going to help. Miz doesn't need it, but it can help Bo Dallas and Curtis Axel.
I would love for them to go over.
She brought up a good point, though, when we were conversing about this. And I wanted to talk about what she said here because she had a good idea. She says, I've been thinking about it a lot. Honestly, I never expected a group consisting of Miz, Dallas, and Axel being the reason the Shield needed to reform. I expected it to be some dominant, unstoppable team just laying waste to the entire roster. It just seems rushed and wasteful, especially when there are tag teams like Sanity and Authors of Pain in NXT. She even brought up the fact that it would even make more sense to kind of bring up British Strong Style if you want to do a 3-on-3.
That would be... See, now she's getting into fantasy booking. Which
See,
would
yeah.
be fucking amazing.
It'd be great.
We all know that British Strong Style is not coming up no time soon.
No. And also, when you think about it this way, British Strong Style, Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate, not very big.
No. Standing next to
Dean.
Seth and Dean.
Yeah. I mean, I
next
think
to Roman, and it's going to look like, the fucking Cruiserweight Classic, against the fucking behemoths.
How tall are Seth and Dean?
I think Seth is like 5'11".
I'm taller than Seth?
And I think Dean is like 6'1", 6'2".
Okay, so I'm about the same size as Dean. That's what I was like. They're not small guys, but they're taller. You know what I mean? And
yeah,
I think
definitely taller. I mean, Pete Dunne's a fucking, what is he, like 5'5"?
Oh, I don't think he's that short.
He looks like it.
You're talking about Pete Dunne, and we have a listener in particular that already wants to report and block you over various things.
Well, she's definitely going to want to block me after this.
Yeah, Kim. Give it to him on Twitter. Yeah, we're going to get to this next segment because Kim and I are on the same page about this. And we're going to talk about this right now.
We'll talk about it then, bro.
Mm.
Come on,
Enzo
player.
Amore is your Cruiserweight Champion.
Enzo Amore. Yeah.
If a leopard print belt makes an appearance,
bruh,
I'm flying to Atlanta and I'm going to beat that ass.
It's going to happen.
Dude.
But think of all the great things that's going to happen with Enzo being the champion.
What?
First of all, people are actually going to give a shit about the cruiserweights. Now, I do agree with the fact that Enzo has been kind of a douche, right? But he's still technically a face. Technically. He had a bunch of sympathy when he split from Big Cass, or Big Cass split from him, or however you want to call it, when they broke up the real G's. But since then, all the stories about him having heat in the locker room and, everything that's been going on with him about they put him in 205 because they didn't want him on Raw. Well, they didn't want him on Raw, yet he goes to 205 Live. He wins the Cruiserweight Championship. And then he closes the fucking show. And possibly turn Neville face in the process.
Because at the end of the day, I did it. I really did it. And so in order to celebrate my greatness, my incredible performance, what's going on here? Hey, we gotta retire this jersey right here. That's what we gotta do. Hey, how you doing? Put that thing in the rafters right there, kid. That's one heck of a performance last night. I did it, people. And you know what I also did? I did something that was seemingly impossible. Seemingly impossible for the other cruiserweights. I made 205 Live relevant.
I think a bunch of good stuff happened out of that. Neville, I don't know exactly if this is where they're going, but to me, this is where they seem like they're going. By Neville actually putting hands on Enzo, he can't get another shot at the Cruiserweight Championship, which means he's probably going to start going after heavyweights again. And I'm for that too, because he's pushed himself into a whole new stratosphere with his new king of the cruiserweights. And if he can continue that attitude and streak against heavyweights and possibly going up for IC title and maybe even the Universal Championship at some time, I'm good. So, hashtag thank you, Enzo. And my rant is done, and I can sense the fumes coming through the speaker here. So go ahead.
Oh, no, I'm not going to sit here and rant. There ain't no point in sitting here and rant. I'm just going to say it like I got to say it, and then you're going to understand that you're fucking wrong.
Okay, well, say that shit then, B.
Okay. So...
But before you do, answer me one question. Who's the last face you saw on Raw last night or on Monday?
Last face I saw on Raw on Monday was Cruiserweights.
The Cruiserweights?
Mm-hmm. Not Enzo.
Okay. Lies.
What?
You don't have to lie.
I'm not lying because I turned that shit off.
Well, I'm gonna tell you what happened in real life.
Nah, you're gonna let me
Close
finish.
Up,
you're gonna let me talk now.
Enzo.
I just let you go on your little spiel
You're
all
right.
up on Enzo's nuts. We're gonna talk about what I got to talk about here.
Okay, let's talk.
Because I'm gonna tell you you're wrong.
Okay,
yes,
I'm waiting.
Let me. You gonna let me talk?
Yeah, I'm
all right.
I'm here.
Then shut
I
the
hear
fuck
you.
up.
Okay.
Shut the fuck up.
All right.
You're wrong.
Come on now.
Enzo has brought some attention to the cruiserweights. However, the effect he had on the ratings for 205 Live lasted 1 week.
We'll see.
One. Ratings for this past week down. And that's after the big fucking blow up on Monday.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yes,
Continue.
you got the double turn of Enzo and Neville. And I do agree that if this means that they're going to do something else with Neville, awesome. But you know they're not.
Yes, they are.
Neville is going to stay in the cruiserweight division because that's where Vince sees him. Neville's like 5'4". He might be taller than that. I'm just saying. He's not a big
Bigger
guy.
than Kalisto.
Okay. The rest of the cruiserweights all took their shots at Enzo. And you can't say, oh, well, how come nobody's getting a shot because they can't all not have a shot? Bullshit. They fucking showed the video on WWE Network or on their website on YouTube. So everybody knows that Enzo got his ass whipped by the entire cruiserweight division. Everybody put hands on him, so no one gets a shot. So what? Enzo's just going to hang on to the belt and not fucking defend it? And if that's the case, what's the point? You basically just hornswoggled the entire cruiserweight division again. Also, we can get the Zoe show once a week? Fuck that. Enzo is garbage in the ring. Not garbage, garbage in the ring. He is not entertaining to watch in that aspect. He used to be entertaining as far as promos go, but he's a one-trick pony. It's the same shit every week. The Rock was the same shit every week, but he at least changed it up enough and you could believe that he could whip somebody's ass. I don't for a second believe Enzo could whoop anybody's ass.
But
And
that's
I'd
the
say that
beauty
right
of
to
it,
his
though.
motherfucking face.
That's the beauty of it.
Nah,
He now gets
nah.
to play the chicken shit heel.
Fuck chicken shit heel.
That's gonna be money.
No.
Because whoever they end up getting to go over on him is gonna get a rub.
I'm not
For
going to
being
sit
the guy
here
to
and
shut the mouth
say that
of
this is
Enzo.
the death of the cruiserweight division, but it did it no favors.
It definitely did it favors,
Bullshit.
for sure.
Bullshit. If you would have had
Everything-
Enzo on the show and he would have been like a support character for somebody for a little while, fucking Cedric. Let Cedric go after the cruiserweight title against Neville. Let him have a series of matches and Enzo's backing him up. Enzo's his buddy. And then when Cedric wins, Enzo turns on him.
Fantasy booking, nice.
Fantasy booking, sure. But that would have been something. You would have given somebody the rub from Enzo.
But
Not
that's-
Enzo
I
coming
think
in
that's
and
where they're
talking
getting.
shit about the entire division, which he was doing before he turned heel.
True.
So all he's doing is making everybody else look like nothing compared to him. And yes, they all beat his ass, but they all beat his ass after Braun Strowman came out and whooped that ass. So what did it do? On camera, Enzo's running down the entire division. Yes, it is in a main event spot, and I'll give him props for that. But that's what it was. The people in the crowd that still cheer for Enzo are going to agree with him. The people that don't are going to say, well, he's got a point. I don't
Are you
know
done?
that that's what they're going to say. I'm telling you how I'm looking at it. That's my opinion. You gave me yours. You're wrong.
Mm-hmm. Are you done?
Am I done? Oh,
Are you done?
motherfucker. All right. Yeah. What you got?
So check this out. Enzo running down the entire cruiserweight division literally means that all of them can get a rub. All of them. I mean, even if you looked at, well, first of all, if you listened to what he said, or even read a transcript,
Called Jack Gallagher Teacup. He, keeps referring to Graham Metalik as Pepper Jack.
Pepper Jack. Okay, so you're talking about the corny shit.
Cedric, the man that
Corny.
charisma forgot.
Was he lying? Okay. What
Wait a
else? Okay. What else?
Done. I don't want to talk about Enzo anymore.
You know what? We don't have to, because I know I'm right.
I will slap
Cruiserweights in the main
the piss out
event.
of you.
First time they've been in the last 30 minutes of Raw in ever. They closed the show. The Cruiserweights. Neville is champion. Ain't closed a fucking locker.
So did you buy your new Enzo t-shirt yet?
Yes, my I Got the Sauce t-shirt is on its way from WWEshop.com. And I'm going to wear it proudly.
You gonna take a pic and throw it up there on Twitter?
Yes, I'm definitely going to twit pick it.
You
I got the sauce bee. Oh, you know I am. I'm going to add you and a certain antisocial one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I will block you.
I don't give a shit. I don't need you.
Whatever. I want to move on because I'm done talking about Enzo. You're wrong. Let's talk about Jeff Hardy.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Apparently, Jeff Hardy tore his rotator cuff, and I guess there's some kind of damage to his labrum. They're saying he could be out at least about 6 months. Now, there is a silver lining to this. If Jeff's out for 6 months, that leaves them with trying to figure out what to do with Matt. You see where I'm going here?
Broken, maybe?
Maybe. We've been saying it probably for, I don't know. This is going to be episode 23, the Jordan episode. I believe we've been talking about it since like episode 2.
True. This is episode 23?
23, dude.
The Jordan episode.
The Jordan episode.
Huh. And who wears Jordans all the time?
I will slap the motherfucking piss out of you.
The man with the sauce?
Oh,
that I'm
fucker.
watching right now with the low 11s on?
SmackDown this week. It was announced that it looks like that we are going to get New Day versus the Usos in a cell. Fuck and yes.
Sign me up. This is one thing that I will not fight you on.
I am so eager to see what they do in a cell. Because these teams have been amazing against each other.
They have been lighting it up. So what we were saying about Sheamus and Cesaro, or the Bar, and what the Bar and the did for tag team wrestling at No Mercy, I think that where, you know, they don't set the bar, they are the bar. I think this match is going to shatter that bar at Hell in a Cell.
I think it's going to be awesome.
It's going to be great. I mean, their last series of matches have gotten better every time. I can only imagine the kind of crazy shit that's going to go on. I can only imagine what Kofi Kingston is going to do in Hell in a Cell. He's going to do something really stupid.
I think Big E's going to spear somebody through the cell.
Spear somebody through the cell. Kofi's going to fucking trust fall off the top of the cell. Something. It's going to be fucking sick. I don't care what happens. I know it's going to be dope.
I know we're kind of zipping through things here, but I have this written down because I did want to talk about it. Everybody knows that listens to the show my distaste for one Baron Corbin.
Moist.
As I mentioned on episode 2, I think that Baron Corbin is in need of a reboot because there's literally nothing that he does that is entertaining to me. I brought up that I believe you should just shave his head and turn him into like a club kid and have him dress in like an outfit that's got emojis all over it and have him call himself Two Adorbsberry Corbs.
So you would be okay with him becoming Enzo?
There you go. Tag him up with Enzo.
Huh.
Tag him up
Did you
with
hear
Enzo.
that, guys? Sounds hypocritical to me, but continue.
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Yeah, no, I you know, the man who is a walking wet floor sign, his music changed again. There's actual lyrics now. Did you hear it yet?
I did not, because every time Baron Corbin attempts to come on my TV, you
black
turn
out
the channel. Or I just literally like yeah, I'm like, I fall asleep or I go into a trance. It's weird.
I mean, his new theme, like they got some sort of metal-esque singer going over it. Kind of sounds fucking like fucking Creed.
Baron Corbin.
Baron Corbin.
He's a lone wolf. It's Baron Corbin.
His hair's so drippy.
He's so moist, Baron Corbin.
No Jinder Mahal. Shiki shar dar, shiki dar shar. There's
I
some
think that was a really good Creed, by the way.
Say what?
That was a very good Creed, by the way.
It was pretty good. Are you talking about Jinder?
No.
Dar 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 dar. There's some good themes right now in WWE.
And Baron's is not one of them.
Baron's is not one of them.
Not one of them.
I like the Canellises.
I do.
Yes,
Speaking of the
greatest
Canellises, or the Canelli is what I like to call them.
love I've ever known.
Hit that note, boy. You sounding like old Aaron Neville back there.
That patch.
I didn't say Michael McDonald, motherfucker. You could be Michael McDonald. He had some soul in him.
He looked like my dad.
He did look like your dad.
Emma's
So the
theme is
music
not
sucks.
one of them.
It's not.
Her old theme was the shit.
Her new theme is ass cheeks.
Her new theme. That
And
should
not
be
in
the
a
title
good
of
way.
it. That should be the
Not
title
in
of
a
her
good
new
way
theme.
at all.
Ass cheeks.
Yeah, when you think of Emma and ass cheeks, you're like, ooh, yeah. And then you're like, oh, wait, no.
Not the ass cheeks I was
Not
thinking
the
of.
ass cheeks I was thinking about. Because, yeah, her theme is ass cheeks, man. It's terrible.
Is that new? That's the thing. The first time I've ever heard you describe anything as ass cheeks. In all the time that we've known each other,
Really?
I don't think I've ever heard you describe something.
I know that was in my vocabulary at some point in time.
Yeah, Emma's new theme is ass cheeks.
It is ass cheeks. Hashtag
Hashtag ass cheeks.
ass cheeks.
Actually, no, we should change that. We don't want people thinking the wrong thing. Hashtag Emma's theme is ass cheeks.
Is ass cheeks. There we
There you
go.
go.
Give Emma an ass cheeks.
What I thought was awesome is that CFOs, you know, they do all the themes.
Yeah.
They tweeted out, we had nothing to do with Emma's theme.
Oh, wow. Shade.
Well, her old theme
So
was
who was
dope,
that?
man.
Was that a Jack Johnson?
Yeah, or Jim,
Or Jim,
James.
Was it Jim Johnson?
Jim Johnston.
Jim Johnston. Johnston. Damn, Jack Johnson.
Probably
I'm
him.
thinking of. Anyway. Jim Johnston. There you are.
Her old
Hey,
theme sounded
there will
like
be no magic of editing, so
You know,
we're gonna.
whenever I
have that
heard
in there.
her old theme, you know what it reminded me of? It was like a song you would hear in like a 90s porn.
Boop, boop, boop.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Just bobbing ass. Just ass
And that would
bobbing.
be the
up
ass
and down.
cheeks we could get behind.
Ass cheeks.
Oh man.
Well,
Let's,
speaking of things that are ass cheeks,
I was gonna say, wait a minute, where are you going with that? Let's do some rapid fire. Let's do some rapid fire. Yeah,
get through some shit.
yeah.
Well, we only got one more topic, and then we got one mailbag question.
All right.
All right. Bully Ray came out and said that he is in fear for his career due to a concussion suffered at the ROH pay-per-view Death Before Dishonor 15. I guess there was some sort of table spot. I did not get to see Death Before Dishonor, where, Bully cracked his head and he was in the ER that night. Tommy Dreamer, tweeting out that, he's concerned for Bubba, and Bubba on Busted Open basically was talking about it, saying that it was, pretty bad, and he's having issues with sound and light. It's not good.
Not good at all. Wish you well, Bubba. One of my favorite wrestlers of all time. Everything, of course, of Dudley Boys and the reinvention with Bully Ray. And then the return to the WWE. He's just been solid for fucking 20 plus years. And the crazy thing is that he's been through so many hardcore matches in his career. And this is the one that could possibly have, put the kibosh on it. That totally sucks. But yeah, we wish you well. And yeah, that sucks. I didn't know about that until just now. So, damn.
Yeah.
Damn, son. Way to just throw a fucking
Shit.
monkey wrench in my shit like that, bro.
Speaking of throwing a monkey wrench and shit, I just turned on Twitter to bring up our mailbag question. Hugh Hefner died.
What?
Yeah. Hugh
Shut
Hefner,
your mouth.
91.
Wow. Damn, bro.
Yeah,
Well,
wow.
that sucks.
Crazy. That
I
dude
remember stealing my uncle's Playboys when I was like fucking 13.
that dude lived a
14.
life though, man.
Bruh. I started to watch that documentary that they had. Well, it was kind of a mockumentary that was on my Amazon Prime, I think. It's kind of like a, almost a biopic, but with actors. I mean, with like some real footage thrown in. And that dude he was a pioneer, bro. Like, not just the whole, he got naked people and naked women in a magazine.
He got them nakeds.
But it was like, he was responsible for like bringing some of the first black artists and black comedians and, on big stages, and like he was just a pioneer and wouldn't take no for an answer. That's crazy.
Apologize ahead of time about the noise there. I was moving my mic, so that will get picked up in the audio that everybody's going to listen to.
Son of a bitch. We were this fucking close.
Hey.
We were almost there.
Ain't nothing perfect in this world, son.
Terrible. Right. Hey, you guys you gonna get the real today.
That's right. You gonna learn today.
Work in the morning. Shit. And Ed is gone. So
it's gone.
Do this shit no more. This is the fucking worst.
I did listen to one of our older episodes with the three of us on there, and it was back memories.
He was the glue, man.
Just hearing him laughing all the time in the background. Not even that, like waiting for his turn to speak, going
right. Like, are you ready to? You got it?
Because he's got a joke he wants to say, and he thinks it's the funniest thing ever, so he's laughing ahead of time.
Oh man, but yeah, that's jeez, man, you just dropped 2 fucking bombs on me, bro.
There you
Fucking
go.
Bullies could end his career.
All right, well, how about this? How about this?
Crazy.
Mailbag question.
Yeah,
My friends
say
over at the Cretans Guild.
Something happy.
At Cretan's Guild, this time last year, no one thought Jinder would be champ. Who's the next long-term Dark Horse champion?
Rusev.
You fucking
Rusev
stole my
Ugra.
goddamn thunder.
Rusev Machka.
I was going to say Rusev, so now I got to think of something else.
Think of somebody else.
Talk about Rusev while I'm thinking.
So Rusev right now is in the midst of hopefully one of the biggest pushes of his career. He's going up against Randy Orton. Randy Orton is in the tail end of his career, I think. He's definitely got a few years left, but like it's on the down slope of the end of his career. He's already reached his peak. And I think that he definitely should be putting kids over. Call them kids, but you know what I mean? Like, he should be doing what John Cena did for the last basically 4 years, which is start to cement the younger talent. When Cena was, or maybe not younger, but, newer talent or whatever. I thought that Randy was on the verge of doing that when he lost to, or he didn't. Well, I think he lost to Bray the first time or something like that. Anyway, I thought he was on his way to doing that. And then he ended up winning the ship, and then he lost to Jinder. I'm like, okay, that's a step. Hopefully he ends up losing to Rusev, and then just start putting guys over. But I think Rusev is the next guy. I mean, they're starting to let him show his personality more. He's already stellar in the ring, and now that he doesn't have Lana, it's just him. So he gets the freedom to do a little bit more than just being the point crush Rusev.
Are you done?
You know what? You were over there rumbling papers and shit, trying to find goddamn historical facts on
Waiting
people.
for my turn to speak. You just going.
Oh, well, if you're waiting, then you wait till I'm done talking. Like a good boy. You heard?
You done?
Whatever.
All right, well, I don't know if necessarily this one will happen. I'm just going to say that my pick for Dark Horse Champion, only because of how much he toughed out the injury that happened at No Mercy, that might have finally been the thing that impressed him in the eyes of Vince McMahon. I'm going to say Cesaro.
Okay. I give you that. That would have been my next choice. So we agree on some things. No, Rob, the earth is not flat.
Oh, dude. Don't even get me started on that shit. Who is it that's now starting to GoFundMe for that shit?
Oh, fucking B.O.B.
Oh.
I'm not even going to give that any fucking, yeah. Continue.
All right. We got this question last week, and we said we wanted a little more time on it. Our buddy RJ asked if you could make a faction of all singles wrestlers from any time period, who would you pick?
Okay. I'm going to go first because I've been thinking about this.
Well,
and
please.
At first, I was thinking of, I wanted to be able to pick and choose different elements, right? You have your flashy guy, you have your bruiser, you have your, different, you have your charismatic one, you have the, blah, 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 your tropes in wrestling, right? And then I thought, no, I want to do legacy. but not in the same way. So I'm thinking of all these guys in their primes. And if you can put them together, how awesome it would be. So I'm going to go with Buddy Rogers, Ric Flair, Triple H, and Bobby Roode. The four horsemen.
Okay, then.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
All right. Mine. All right, my faction. I'm just going to use the four horsemen analogy because that's the most obvious famous faction ever, and it's kind of the I won't say measuring stick, but what you would use to kind of go, okay, well, here's the role that each person's going to play. So my faction would be the Tully role, the cocky worker, Shawn Michaels. Shocker, he's not going to be the leader of the faction, I know, but
What?
Shawn Michaels. The grizzled veteran of the group, the Ole role. It's a tough one. I'm going to come back to that one.
Boo.
The enforcer of the group. This is going to crack people up because of his size, but because I'm an ECW mark, I don't give a shit. The enforcer of the group, Taz. He could choke everybody out, brother. I'm a suplex you, brother.
Did you not think about this, Rob?
I didn't.
You
can't tell. You can't tell.
You had a whole fucking week.
Well, I had a whole week to do a lot of things, but life happens. All right.
You let me come up with something, and you just sit there on your fucking hands, and you try to pass off this bullshit to our listeners.
What are you trying to say?
Show some fucking respect for the question, Rob.
Wow, now you're gonna call me out in front of everybody? You're just gonna make me feel like I ain't shit?
I'm really just saying that because I don't.
It's the last episode of Wrestling Nerds Alliance, everybody. Thanks for subscribing.
Yeah. So when you ask me about to make it work, I just don't want you to get mad.
Fuck. Oh yeah, we still got to do that.
Yeah, it's not gonna happen.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we don't have one this week, I guess. Oh yeah, that's right. What are you talking about? Just before we started recording, you're like, yeah, I haven't even had time to do it. And then you're going to come down on me?
Oh, it's all in love, bro. Love.
Damn, this is harder than I thought.
Love.
Especially when I'm trying to come up with it off the top of my head.
It is. Because you're disrespectful. You're disrespectful to our listeners. That's why. Yep. Hashtag Rob don't give a fuck about y'all.
There you go. God damn.
You want another week to think on it?
I guess I need one.
Vacations and shit to go on.
I do.
Let's see why you're sitting in the mountains.
I'm not going to be in the mountains. I'm going to be in the woods.
Sipping on Mai Tais.
Not even gonna be sipping on Mai Tais. I'm gonna be drinking beer.
I know. I'm putting together a fictitious story so people don't know where you are, Rob.
I don't care if they know where I'm at.
Oh,
Not
yeah?
everybody that listens to the show knows where the fuck I live, so I don't care.
Well, all right then,
What?
Robert.
What?
Nothing to say to you.
So yes, if you notice over the next several days that the @WNA podcast account on Twitter does not have a lot of responses to you, it could be because I will be in the middle of nowhere with no cell phone signal.
Yeah, podcast is going on vacation, people. So
I do
and
have
I would tweet, but I'm on 70 hours this week, so
yeah. I do have things that I will be able to have popping up on our feed, so it's not like it's going to be empty. But if you tweet at us and you don't get a response right away, we're not being assholes. It's just because I'm probably not getting the response out because I can't pick up a signal. There ain't no Wi-Fi in the middle of the forest.
yeah, white folks like doing shit like that.
What you trying to say?
I can't do it, bro.
I'm not camping. I'm going to be in a cabin.
Why ain't the damn cabin got Wi-Fi?
Because it doesn't have Wi-Fi. It doesn't even
But
have
who-
electricity.
How would you stay in a cabin with no electricity?
Use a generator.
So if you can generate some damn electricity, you can generate a goddamn Wi-Fi signal.
Only use it at night, so we got lights, and if we want to watch some TV, we can.
But now, so then that's going against the whole.
That's when the plumbing
that's
works too. The
stupid.
plumbing doesn't work if the generator isn't going.
That's dumb. I'm just gonna say, if you're gonna go all the way, Rob, go all the way. No lights. You fucking burn some candles. Make you some damn campfires.
I have a fire pit.
See? Get you a lantern like Bray Wyatt. And then you can have a house in the woods, Randy.
There really isn't nothing quite as scary as if you go outside at night and there's no lights for, as far as you can see, and you literally cannot see the hand in front of your face.
Yeah, see, I'm not about that life.
You're trying to take a piss and you hear some noise off in the trees, about like 60 yards to your right, and you're wondering, okay, if that's a squirrel or a skunk or a deer, I'm straight. But if that's a wolf or a bear, do I try to finish pissing before I run to the house, or do I just go now?
Just piss on your leg, brother. There's gonna be piss all on my leg if I hear that shit.
And you got your flashlight on you, so you do want to turn the light over to that direction, but you're worried that if you do, you will see the face of what's about to kill you.
Yeah, I'm straight. I'm not even. Nope. Piss on my leg. I'll take it. And if it's family in the house when I get back, sorry, my dick was out. Running back in that thing. Hey, sorry.
So this is my dick, guys.
Sorry, Aunt Bertha.
This is my dick.
Just my dick.
There was a bear out there, though.
Yes, I have piss on my leg.
I figured you'd rather see my dick than hear me dying.
Right, but I'm alive.
You need therapy now, but it's just a dick.
Oh, yeah. Fuck the woods, bro. Not about that life at all.
Yeah. I will be back in time to record our next episode, though.
Or will you?
I will. Oh, don't say that. Don't put that on me. Don't put that voodoo on me.
Don't you put that on me, Ricky Bobby. Oh, shit.
Next week we will have a guest.
Yeah, fuck that. I'm talking.
Oh.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm feeling real. This is what happens. See, once you start running shit in your own world, then you feel like you just got the big nuts everywhere.
What the fuck are you running?
I'm running my office, homie.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, like me. You know what I'm saying?
You're on boss mode.
Yeah, I put on my big boy pants today.
Well, you better take them big boy pants off when you're talking to me, bitch.
Whoa. Pause.
Talk about running shit. Who's running this show?
Me, apparently. Because you're going to be out of town.
Nah.
Oh, man, you don't know how much shit I'm going to say while you're gone. Oh, I'm going to have so much fun.
He's going to be...
Oh, it is.
That's what I worry about. You're going to get on the WNA account and just fucking fight people. And everybody's going to be like, why did you turn into an asshole all of a sudden?
It's going to be great.
People
DMs are going to be popping.
People that didn't hear the show are going to wonder why Robb all of a sudden became
a fucking asshole.
A fucking asshole.
And then I'm going to tweet back from my own account.
Why is Robb being such a dick?
I wish he would just use his own fucking Twitter account. Jesus.
Which you already do.
Oh, man. It's going to be great. Oh, when you get back and them notifications start popping. Woo-hoo. Hilarious. It's going to be glorious.
So, yeah, since we don't have a Make It Work segment this week because of our schedules, it will be next week. And because it will be next week, we will have a guest. Chris Richardson is going to be on the show next week.
I finally did get to do a show with Chris.
Yeah, you get to show down with Chris.
Yes.
And he's going to be judging your shit, so you better make it good.
Hey, it's going to be amazing.
And if we need a third, we might be able to pull one of the PWO guys in too. So,
all right.
Life. That way we can have a definitive answer and no DQ shit.
I'm down with that.
So yeah, that will be next week. And if you made it through this episode, thank you for sticking with us. Again, we apologize. This is not going to be like a normal episode. We are not going to have a lot of sound effects and drops in there, if any at all. I know that makes the show fun, but this week we just couldn't get it done. We might have some, likely not a lot. But yes, if you are listening, please follow the show on Twitter at WNA Podcast. Follow me on Twitter at That Rob Guy, Rob with 2 B's. Follow Cliff on Twitter at Cliff Does It All. Find the show on Facebook. Find the show on YouTube. Subscribe on YouTube. If you are listening to this on Apple Podcasts, please go on there and leave us a review. 5 stars if possible. All the reviews help the show out a lot. If you are listening on Podbean, give us a follow on there. You can also comment, and those comments come through to me or Cliff, and we can respond right away. So if you have anything that you want to say about an episode, if you want to tell us we suck, please do so. We will respond and tell you to eat a bag of dicks.
A whole bag of D.
A whole bag of D. But yeah, if you want to do that, please do. If you have any questions, you want to email the show, you can do so at WNApodcast@gmail.com. Am I missing anything, Cliff?
Google WNA Podcast, and you'll find all that shit. We got to do this every week.
I was teeing you up for your fucking shirt.
No, I don't. Fuck the shirt. You know? Fuck the shirt.
The official WNA podcast shirt. Spreadshirt.com/stayred. That is red with 2 D's. You will find the logo shirt, the nerdy luchador mask. You also find our wrestling nerd shirt that Cliff made. That's also out there.
Go get it.
Go get it.
And there's plenty of other wrestling related memorabilia and some of my own personal stuff as well. So
I like the hoodie that says I sold weed once.
Right, and that's true. I sold weed once, and then somebody broke into my house, and then I stopped selling weed.
Yeah, so I think I know that story.
Yeah, it's like, you know what? Yeah, I don't sell weed anymore.
Was that when you were in the high rise apartment?
Yes.
I knew it. I knew it.
Yep. It's like, you know what, man? I'm down on my luck.
Let me sell some weed.
Let me go. Actually, I wasn't down on my luck. I was just young and dumb and wanted a couple extra dollars in my pocket.
Flip a few dollars.
Yeah, a couple birds. I knew some guys that knew some guys, and some stuff fell off a truck, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty good at numbers. So I figured I could take a go at it. And apparently somebody else also knew that I took a go at it and decided that they wanted to have a go at my stash. So I said, you know what? I don't sell weed no more.
This shit's already getting dangerous.
Yeah, I mean, you don't need to tell me more than once.
Right.
I got you, Jesus. I'm picking up what you're throwing down.
So please go check out the Soul Weed Once shirt or hoodie on there, along with our logo shirt and our Wrestling Nerd shirt. When are we gonna get the my shirt on there?
Oh, it's coming.
Because I need that shirt.
It's coming. I got to make some alterations to it because I got to make sure you can still make out the words when it gets printed. Because like, sometimes the stuff bleeds into it. So I need to.
You're talking about the smaller print words?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I want to make sure you can actually see it. So I might just have to.
What we're talking about.
Have to break it up a little bit. Sorry, we're talking about personal stuff right now. You guys don't know. You don't know what's happening. So.
Yes.
And we're not cutting it either. So.
Nope.
You're just listening right.
You're just listening in.
Because we love you.
Yeah. And at this point,
at least we hope you do.
I love you. All new listeners, I love you. All old listeners, I love you. All the ladies, I love you.
He love you, girl. All right.
Oh, our WCW.
WCW.
Heel Sally. At Sal Lucifer on Twitter. Another lovely lady from the UK. Wrestling fan.
Love them girls across the pond, boy.
I do. I love them girls across the pond. Love that British accent.
Will never let you go to London.
Oh, if I go to London, I ain't coming home. I'll sleep on the street.
Terrible. Terrible, terrible, terrible. Terrible, as Charles Barkley would say.
So please give her a follow on Twitter. I want to make sure I'm getting that handle right. Give me a second.
So while he's getting that together, since I know y'all don't want to just listen to silence right now.
Yes.
Because I'm not cutting this shit.
At Sal Lucifer, SALLUCIFER on Twitter. Describes herself as a scraggly little East Londoner, wrestling enthusiast, serial snacker, cat hugger. Not here for it, 2017. She's very funny.
Cat hugger.
She's a cat hugger. Very funny.
My face.
She's been a follower of ours for a while. Want to give her a little love. Please go and give her a follow. You will not regret it. Our WCW of the day.
WCW.
What's up, Sally?
Hey, Sally.
What's up, Sally?
I like the fact that we're really just saying whatever the fuck we want to say today.
We are.
I feel really unedited today. Like
I do.
Today,
and
I really felt like I could just be free.
This show be our worst show?
No, not at all. I think it's going to be amazing.
You think it's going to be amazing?
I mean, but I think everything that I do is amazing. So
I think we'll find out soon enough.
Yeah. Let us know what you guys think.
Yeah. Again, next week, it'll be back to normal. But at this point...
Unless you don't like that shit.
Yeah. Unless you guys are like, stop talking about wrestling. Just talk.
Just talk, man. Just be you. Just do you, boo-boo.
Just do you, boo-boo.
Do you, boo-boo.
But at this point, it's time to go home.
I'm Clifford L. Johnson.
And I'm Robb English saying to you, when life hands you adversity, always kick out at 2. Sweet. Is that the best you can do? That was just the piddliest sweet I've ever heard. You know what? Sweet.
Sweet. God damn it.
Bye, everybody.
Sunshine, okay, go hot man, some man, okay,